Hi, I'm Asondia, and I'm here at a little RV park where my husband and I live with our 5 dogs. So let me backtrack for a second. I was in the corporate world for, over 30 years and had a very successful career. And let's see, it was at the end of 2023, I guess. I decided to step away from that career, and things really started to change for me at that point. And I began this healing journey. All of 2024, really the end of 2023, 2024, I spent doing a tremendous amount of healing work. I talked about that in my last video. It all started with the body code. And then I met my husband, and things really took off for me spiritually. In the midst of this spiritual awakening, I realized that my actual spiritual awakening started back in 2017, and the things that have been occurring within my body, my frequency updates, my light body activation, all of that began long before that time frame. And so I'll get into that in other videos, but that's not really important for this particular video today. So what I want to talk about today is kind of where I'm at and how all of this happened. And so, as I said, I stepped away from my career, met my husband, and my spiritual awakening ascension really started at lightning speed. He and I decided that we were going to sell everything. We put the remnants of what we wanted to keep in storage, and we bought an RV and have been traveling the US. So we went to Georgia first, where I needed to spend some time with family there and see my mother through her transition, which happened recently. It was so beautiful to witness that for her. And while I was in Georgia, my husband was traveling the US and going through his own journey. And so we were separated there for a few months. And during that separation, my own journey really began. And I began to really surrender to what was transpiring for me. A lot has gone on with my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul. My soul has gone through a tremendous transformation. Anybody who's watching this video who's gone through a spiritual awakening or is currently in the midst of their ascension understands that it is not easy. It's not easy at all. And I've been through some very, very, very difficult things over the last, 8 months. Very difficult. And I think I told you guys this on my last video, that I keep voice recordings. I started voice recording things, the minute I met my husband. And so my journey is on tape. And it is hard to listen to sometimes. It's very, very hard. I know people talk about their ascension and their awakening, and they talk about how hard it is. There's just no words sometimes to describe what an individual goes through during this process. And it's scary. It's very scary. And it makes people not want to do this, because you hear a lot about people, going through a dark night of the soul. They have left their life. They've left their friendships behind, and that's what it appears that I've done. That's what it looks like from the outside, and those that have known me for my whole life wonder what the heck has happened. And so I can just tell you that a spiritual awakening really reveals who you truly are. And the life that I was living previous to this was not satisfying. If I really kind of broke it down, I have amazing friends. I have amazing family. I have an amazing support system. Not everybody can say that, so I'm extremely lucky. And I've got a husband that supports me 1000%, would walk through fire for me at any moment in time. I'm extremely lucky in this regard. But my life was incredibly unhappy. I was searching for things that weren't giving me the happiness that I was looking for. You know, buy the next thing, do the next thing, you know, buy the next membership, have the next party, you know, go to the next bar, try to meet the next man. I mean, it was just a circle of things that I kept trying to find my happiness with. And I was deeply unhappy. And I turned to drugs and alcohol often to try to give myself that feeling of happiness. And it just made things worse. And so I just kept searching internally for something to make me feel like myself. I just never really felt like myself. And so that's what this awakening has done for me, is it has uncovered who I really am. And it has uncovered what's really important to me. And, you know, those that know me, you know, they laugh. They're like, you're living in an RV park. Yeah, I live in an RV park with my husband and our 5 dogs. And it's hard. It's been hard, but I'm so at peace. I'm so at peace. And trust me, the peace comes and goes throughout this process. Anybody that's going through this knows. One day you feel really good, the next day you don't. 1 hour you feel really good, the next hour you don't. 1 minute you feel amazing, the next minute you are in the throes of a depression. It's not easy work to do. But it's incredibly rewarding, and it's incredibly fulfilling. Once you try to kind of get through all of that and figure out that my soul, this is what my soul wants. And it's not the next thing, it's not the next experience, it's not the next this, that, or the other, anything outside yourself. It's not any of that. You finally find peace within yourself. And for me, that has been an incredible struggle over the course of the last 6 months. I finally feel like I'm at a point now where my soul is at peace, and I'm excited for this next chapter in my life. Now, friends, family members, people that have known me my entire life think I've gone crazy. And, you know, I kind of have a little bit. I mean, you know, what's happened to me is something you cannot describe. And if you're not going through it and haven't gone through it, and you don't have a connection to the spiritual life realm, all of that, it looks and appears to be unbelievable from the outside perspective. And your friends and your family kind of see you as this individual that you've always been. And now all of a sudden you're the complete opposite of what you've always been. And there's a disconnect there. They're like, what the heck? You know, what has happened to our friend, our sister, you know, and our daughter. You know, my mom had a tough time. Well, she always believed in me, and she kind of saw what was happening with me, and I think she really felt it in her heart. She knew what I was going through was legitimate. And honestly, I think most of my family and friends know me well enough to know that I would not make this stuff up. I can't. You can't make it up. But it's difficult when you go through this transition and you've kind of stepped forward, stepped across, stepped whatever way you're stepping from your current life situation. And it's hard to understand. That's all I'm going to say. So in the midst of all of this, my innate gifts have come to fruition, okay? And trust me, this has been over the course of the last, 15, 16 years. My body has been preparing for what I'm currently doing. So this just didn't happen overnight. For example, about 16 years ago, my body started tingling. I thought I had neuropathy. I went and had skin tests done. And it started at my fingertips and my toes, and within about a year, my whole entire body tingles. And I was having crazy hot flashes, even far before I would have started menopause. And I now know that all of those things, those few things that were happening to my body, were preparation for what is happening to me now, for the frequency that my body now holds and conducts the healing frequencies that I conduct now. Okay, so I've had a tremendous amount of frequency updates, DNA upgrades, downloads, light code activations. I've had thousands of these over the course of time that have gotten my body to where it is now, with the ability to do what I'm able to do now. So this didn't just happen overnight. And even though it appears that it just happened in a flash, as I've realized during this process, it has happened over the course of time. And so the last year and a half, though, have been the quick trajectory that I've been on. And so I think once I finally made the decision to move forward in this journey, my body, my frequency, my soul, my higher self, my guides, everything kind of came together and said, all right, let's do this. We're moving forward. So that's what has happened. And, the main gift that I have that I'm able to talk about right this moment, and what's most important to me at this time, is my gift of healing. So my body carries a certain frequency, a very special, high healing frequency. And so I'm able to connect with people and help heal them. Not going to say I'm going to cure somebody. I help facilitate their healing with my frequency. You can look up frequency healing. It's very real and has been talked about for a very long time. And it's now starting to become more of a mainstream type of a thing that you hear, frequency healing. So that's kind of what I do, is frequency healing in a nutshell. So last video I did a collective heart healing, and I talked about healing your heart. You know, when you heal your heart, you heal the heart of Mother Gaia. And along this same line, I'm going to do some channeling and a healing here in just a moment, but I want to just verbalize what I'd like to do in the world, and that is to heal. I want to heal the world. And I know that sounds like a very big thing, but it's not that big when you consider the ripple effect by healing one person has on their life, and that ripple effect goes out. You know, I heal myself and that ripple effect goes out. And so it's just one at a time, one person at a time. If I can help one person at a time heal their heart, heal their soul, set them on the right trajectory of their spiritual awakening, help them with their ascension. If I can do one thing for one person, that's going to have a major ripple effect out into the world. And that's how we heal the world and humanity. So with that, I'd like to start a movement. It's something I've been thinking about for quite some time. And I actually made a video about this last year, but it just wasn't the time for it last year. And it's the time for it now. And the movement is called Be the One. Be the One. You can read all about it on my website, asondia.com. Be the One essentially is, you know, be the first one to take the first step, to do something to elevate your vibration and the vibration of your family, your friends, everyone around you. And it starts with small, simple steps. Every day, in your everyday life, you can do tiny things that will ripple effect out into the world. And I've got like 130 of them on my website, ideas for you to get started. So this video is to launch the Be the One movement. I hope you'll join me and post on social media your Be the One moment and spread the word for me and help me start this peaceful revolution so that we can help heal the world together. This isn't something I'm doing by myself. We're all part of this collective consciousness. And, you know, this is me just starting, you know, hitting the play button and letting it spread, this beautiful message of being the one. Because it's got to start somewhere. It has to start with you. And it has to start with me. And if we're going to affect change in this world, we have to affect change with ourselves first. So I've started a fundraising as well for the Be the One movement. And I'll put the link to that in this video description. I love your support. You know, period. I would love your support in any way, shape, or form. By spreading the word, by donating, by doing acts every day to help support the Be the One movement. Anything you can do will definitely make a difference in your life and the lives of those around you. So with that, I'm going to do a little channeling right now. So I'm going to just make sure I'm clear. And my soul wants to talk. Thank you. Thank you for listening to what I've said today. I'm extremely grateful for the chance I've had to heal. It has not been easy. It's been incredibly hard. With my healing comes your healing, because we are all one. And it's not just healing from a cellular level, it's healing from a galactic level, healing on a universal level, healing on a planetary level. When we heal all. I'm very excited to move forward in this mission. It's something I've been working toward for a very long time. And it's finally here. I'm doing it, finally. It was such a hard road getting here. So difficult. But we made it. I love everyone and everything about life. Oh, for the first time in a very long time, I see the beauty in everything now, and the beauty in everyone, and how amazing this world is. And I want to do my part to elevate humanity's consciousness. So that's what I'm gonna do. Being the one is so powerful, because when you step forward and do something that you are uncomfortable doing, or never saw yourself doing, or don't really want to do but know you need to do it. When that happens, your soul gets lifted. It's magic. So, I hope you will do your part in helping humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have another message. From Source. This is a message of hope. This message is coming through Asondia, so just receive. And allow this frequency of love to enter your soul. I'm surrounding you with my divine light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. for watching this video and for helping me spread love, light, and unity throughout the world in any way possible. And be the one. Be the one. I love you.